10 unconventional jobs that pay very well. There is no question that you have been exposed to the expression quite a few times. You will need to put in a lot of effort at school to get a decent career, allowing you to live a comfortable life. Even if there are other ways to earn a living, acquiring a job is still the finest and most popular way. And even though there are different ways to make a livelihood, despite this, there are individuals living on our planet who make respectable living performing professions entirely out of the ordinary. Because of this, in the video we have for you today, you will look at the 10 most unconventional careers that unexpectedly pay quite well. Number 10. Portable toilet delivery drivers. Regarding liking our employment, this is about as far as you can go from glamorous as you can get. Despite this, it is one of the services requested most often when it comes to gatherings, parties, rallies, and other types of occasions. You won't believe the number of phone calls you'll receive in a single day to supply restroom facilities in and around your community. The most difficult challenge will be getting the restrooms delivered, setting them up, and then collecting them when the allocated time has passed. In addition, you clean and care for them so that they continue to appear as good as new. In addition, you will be required to have a valid driver's license and a perfect driver to avoid ending up with a filthy vehicle and most likely getting into a lot of problems with the county officials. Your employees, including your drivers, will have the option to work more flexible hours and get to see new places. Enjoying free vacations on the open road doesn't seem like such a horrible trade-off for working in such a filthy environment. In addition, the annual wage of $20,000 is enough to calm the stomach of almost everyone. Number 9. Live mannequin. The job description of a living mannequin is precisely the same as how you understand those phrases. In certain stores, actual customers may be seen milling around while dressed in the merchandise currently on sale. While doing so, they assume the positions of the conventional mannequins that you and I are used to seeing. The vast majority of designers use them to dress and fit garments on. They will have a better understanding of the design due to this. They can alter the fit and how the gowns drape on a model to make it seem amazing. You should expect to spend a significant amount of time on your feet, but considering that you will be paid $50,000 a year, the effort should be considered justified. Taking into account the fact that the one and the only prerequisite is that you either have a well-built physique or killer curves for women. This is a position that you should keep an eye out for. Number 8. Dog food taster. One of the most peculiar careers that have ever been available is that of a dog food taster. Yes, it is the responsibility of a human person to ensure that dog food and treats meet all of the requirements. Your four-legged pal will like the task's flavor, providing sufficient nourishment for their diet. Because eating pet food is not the only employment available in this sector, you will need a degree to enter it. Whoever told you that was lying. You will spend your days assessing the nutritional content of pet foods, creating reports, and even making recommendations for new improvements to the foods. When it comes down to it, the only way to properly test out different foods is to consume them with your tongue. You may expect a salary of around $54,000 annually if you take the job. After experiencing the meal's smell, taste, and texture, many people find that they do not want to consume it and instead spit it out. Why not utilize animals like dogs and cats instead of humans? Perhaps this is since animals are unable to communicate verbally. The reasoning for this comes from the fact that, according to scientific research, if a person does not like the flavor, smell, or texture of the meal, it is quite probable that their dogs would not too. In addition, even if your dogs or cats are crazy about the meal, what kind of pet owner wants a home that smells like fish all the time? Number 7. Rent a friend. You may sign up for a Rent a Friend app if you are in a financial bind and need some extra cash quickly. You will get the opportunity to meet new people while having a wonderful time. The customer will see to all aspects of the entertainment, including the provision of food and beverages. It would seem that the culture we live in today is so isolating that we need to pay others to be our friends. Or could it be that individuals are so afraid of the people in their immediate environment that they would prefer to socialize with complete and utter strangers? Which one do you believe it to be? Number 6. Snuggling Buddy. Someone realized that there are a lot of individuals in the world who are absolute weirdos and like bizarre stuff, and as a result, they came up with the idea to start a business that provides people with snuggle pals. If you have the financial means, you may hire someone to spend the night in bed with you and keep you company until you can finally nod off. Alternately, you may spend the next 90 minutes in bed with a complete and utter stranger. I have no idea why somebody would pay for a stranger to share their bed for whatever purpose. It makes no sense to me. But what do I know about it? Considering that people seem to like it and pay a lot for it, because of this, workers in this category might earn up to $40,000 per year. All this from spending the night hugging, spooning, and cuddling with a complete and utter stranger. The advantages of having these jobs are appealing. Despite the peculiar nature of the sound they make, they provide flexible working hours, the ability to choose who to serve and who not to do, a hefty paycheck at the end of each shift. In addition, getting hired does not require any education or previous work experience on your part. On the other hand, I hope they conduct criminal background checks on all their employees. Number 5, bed warmer. During the chilly months of winter, when the holiday festivities of Christmas are in full swing, many hotels and motels choose to rent bed warmers. They claim that it attracts more clients to their establishments. People who stay in these hotels are big fans of getting into a bed that has already been warmed up. I am curious whether they are aware that someone else slept on their linens before they arrived. Perhaps they believe that the hotel administration uses some high-tech equipment to get their effect of warmth in the beds. Even worse is that this theory is endorsed by experts who believe that individuals fall asleep quicker on already heated mattresses. This further demonstrates the illogical nature of this concept. Would you be willing to use this no-cost service for your vacation inn? Leave a comment below and let us know. Number 4, furniture tester. Those who have successfully secured a position for themselves in this job must be feeling pretty good about things now. Most of the time, individuals with this job description are classified into 2 distinct subgroups: comfort and safety testers. Although safety testers have a more difficult job, comfort testers have it much more straightforward. They have the opportunity to spend the whole day lounging about on couches, comfy seats, and many other pieces of furniture. Could you even fathom that throughout their shifts, they are allowed to laze about on beds without anybody raising an eyebrow? They do not need a high school diploma or college degree to be employed. Even a lack of experience is not required. The only things you need to have to complete the task are the desire to accomplish it and the available time. However, to work as a safety tester, one has to possess at least a bachelor's degree in engineering. Experiments in the laboratory are often what safety professionals do to determine whether or not a piece of furniture is safe to use. In addition to that, it is often a full-time job. Therefore, carefully consider the career path you intend to pursue. Number 3, the diver for golf balls. The recovery and recycling of used golf balls have developed into a multi-million-dollar business, still showing signs of expansion. This is since artificial ponds have been constructed on the golf courses. These ponds are either employed for irrigation or as an attraction for angel players who ultimately finish playing a round or two. Unfortuitously, these elements were designed to attract players, but instead, they end up submerging their golf balls in their games. Consequently, a significant number of divers are employed to rescue these balls from the bottoms of ponds and then resale them for a profit. In addition to that, they are compensated fairly for their services. In contrast to the other odd occupations, this one requires prior training and the mastery of diving abilities, in addition to fulfilling other prerequisites and competencies. Requirements vary from 1. Having completed professional diving training and testing and first aid and rescue training to get a scuba diving certification. Number 2, you must be employed by a genuine golf recovery firm to qualify for this job. Or before you try any dive, make sure you have a written contract between yourself and the golf course. Number 3, you or the organization you work for must pay a little charge to the golf course for each ball recovered from the net. Digging into the murky, muddy, and sometimes dangerous golf ponds is a challenging endeavor that requires a high level of daring. You risk being injured by shards of shattered glass or possibly being bitten by a poisonous snake hiding somewhere in these murky waters. Crawling into these golf ponds with little visibility earns you between $50,000 and $100,000 a year in compensation. Number 2, sniffer for paper towels. Have you ever wondered why every roll of paper towels seems to have the same aroma? Except for those that have been infused with essential oil. It smells like absolutely nothing at all. The responsibility of these employees who are compensated is to guarantee that the quality of the odor is at its highest possible level after each manufacture. When businesses require expert assistance, they will even go as far as to publish bizarre job advertisements on their websites. They do not need formal academic backgrounds, although those working in this business for longer tend to make more money. In addition, you need to have a strong sense of smell and some fundamental abilities in communicating with other people, because nobody wants to spend time with someone who is always rude and difficult to get along with. You go home at the end of the day with pay that may go up to $52,000 yearly if you smell the towels. Number 1, sewer flusher. If helping others and having a career that makes a difference in people's lives is what drives you the most, this opportunity could be perfect for you. It is often the responsibility of sewer flushers to ensure that sewage systems are running effectively. How, may you wonder? They crawl inside the utility holes and remove any obstructions preventing sewage passage in the proper direction. To bear the sight, smell, and feel of the dirt all over your body, you must have a solid stomach. In addition, you must not have claustrophobia to be qualified for the work, since part of your duties will include crawling through specific confined locations. If you have claustrophobia, you are not qualified for the position. I hope you liked and learned something from today's video. If you want to keep improving and being inspired, subscribe and press the bell button to be alerted whenever we upload a video. This has been Market Profits Institute.